So if it looks like a Wabi, flies uphill like a Wabi, smooths out road bumps like a Wabi, walks, talks, and acts like a Wabi, it's gotta be a Wabi. This is the first official ride, the Maiden voyage, on the wonderful Wabi Special. This thing absolutely flies. Until you hit the wind. Do a bit of a sprint here. Quickly get to 20 miles an hour. Great get up and go. And we're in the bike lane now, we can chill. Don't have fenders on, so I don't want to go through a puddle if I don't have to. There we go. My other bike, my other Wabi, the Classic, I threw fenders on. That's kind of like my, I don't know if you call it a rain bike, but it's a bike that I don't mind. It's a bike that I don't mind getting caught in the rain with, just because it has fenders on it and I just leave them on. Of course, the best rain bike would be the Trek Domani, since I've got fenders, or one back fender, and the disc brakes are just awesome in the rain. You don't have to think about it. Every time you ride through a puddle with rim brakes, you start cleaning your rims. Every time. A lot of the speed of this bike comes from these wheels and these tires. Specifically these tires, the Continental, Continental GP 5000, regular, non-tubeless, not the all seasons. They just hold speed. They just don't slow down. They just can coast forever. So it's definitely makes a huge difference. And lightweight wheels make it just super easy to get up and go or climb. Wheel weight and tires makes the biggest difference in speed and acceleration, and top speed too. They just hold speed, they just go. Now to play in some traffic. So this bike doesn't feel a whole lot different than the Classic, especially with these wheels. It feels a lot like the Classic. I've heard that the lugs on this bike, lugged construction as opposed to the regular welds. I've heard that it should make the bike ride smoother, but I was saying at the beginning of the video, if it looks like a Wabi, walks like a Wabi, talks like a Wabi, we have a car behind us, sprints like a Wabi, climbs like a Wabi, corners like a Wabi, thank you. It's a Wabi. Thank you. Passing too close. Mr. Hotshot. Hello. Got a Uber right here. Make sure this BMW sees us. We're gonna hook right here, signal with our hands because we're a vehicle. It's only fair, guys. It's only fair. You want cars to respect you, you have to follow their rules. If only I had a horn. Wake this guy up. Colder than I wanted today, but at least it's not winter anymore. So far, there are no surprises here. It's a Wabi. It rides the same as my Classic, especially when I put these wheels on. Of course, I have my other wheels on my Classic and I'm running a different gear ratio. That bike has 46/18 with the standard Wabi wheels. This bike has 46/17, so one tooth higher, I should say. Hold on. One tooth higher, I should say, than this current bike. This Wabi Special, we're running 46/17. bike honestly almost feels a bit too easy. I am riding the 5-borough bike tour in 6 weeks, so just trying to ride as much as I can, at least like 5 times a week, an hour each should be fine. I could honestly just ride the tour right now, but my neck might start to kink and I could be in better shape. I'm in good shape, but I could be in much better shape. So with my Wabi Classic, just got a set of old Grand Prix 4-season tires. So the bike's still very easy to ride, but it has a bit more resistance, and I think that's what people used to do back in the day when they raced before the disc brakes came about. Everyone was it train heavy, race light? So I feel like with this bike, I'm going to be training on it, I have to ride 2 hours and I have to actually climb over some bridges. Whereas with the Wabi, or even my Domani with the regular wheels and the heavy tires, I could just go for a 10-mile ride and, you know, I get more bang for my buck. Riding fixed as well. Fixed gear, no brakes. Not that I recommend no brakes. You're working the whole time. But yeah, so far, bike looks absolutely beautiful. Feels great. No surprises, but super happy. I love blue. Blue's my favorite color. I love this view. Gantry Plaza, Long Island City, Queens. I actually did the fastest bike that I own. I did it right over here. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about this bike right now, right over here. So this is the first official ride, the Maiden Voyage, on the wonderful Wabi Special. We did a bike check and we built this bike up about a month or so ago, and since the weather isn't totally cold anymore, it's time to actually start to get out there and actually enjoy this bike. And just check out how beautiful that blue looks. I don't know if the video does it justice, but blue is also my favorite color. Now, in case you missed it, I did a bike check right up there. I think it's going to show up there. But we'll do a quick crash course bike check. So it is a 2024 Wabi Special. I keep wanting to say Wabi Classic. Wabi Special, 55 centimeter Sapphire blue handlebars, FSA Energy, FSA Omega stem, Wabi red top cap, regular Tektro brake levers that come from Wabi. A little bit of a whatever type of mount this is right here. Just have the light and the GPS right there. Super Kaz, super sticky cush, bar tape, and the nice red accents right there. TRP R something, R879 something or other. Rim brakes, the brakes feel really good. Tons and tons of clearance, although this bike is just the best with 28s, but it's nice to be able to go to 32s. We do have salmon cool stop pads in there. Nice if we get caught in the rain. Jaguar, amazing compressionless brake housing. The best thing you can do to your bike if you're running rim brakes or if you're running mechanically actuated disc brakes. I had to check to make sure I was still recording. Anyway, that's the top of the bike. Thompson Elite setback seat post in black. Brooks saddle, black leather. Reason I'm riding a Brooks, even though it adds an extra pound and a half to my bike, it does not shred my jeans, and after you ride them for a bit, they do get very comfortable. Magic Shine USB-C bike lights, front and rear. What else do we have? Regular plain Jane, whatever, black. Water bottle cages, 2 water bottle cages for when it gets hot outside. Wabi sub 15 wheels, front and rear. Continental GP 5000 race tires in size 28. We do have TPU inner tubes. Definitely, so far, knock on wood, knock on my helmet, knock on wood, no punctures so far. So really good, really enjoy that. Don't have to fuss with the tubeless. KMC, nice chain. It looks pretty cool, but honestly, it's a chain. Actually, it looks really cool now that I'm actually taking a look at it in the sunlight. Awesome, really enjoy it, but honestly, Wabi's $12 black chain is probably totally fine. Standard Andel track crankset, again, just from Wabi. 46 tooth in the front, 17 tooth in the rear, 17 and 19 tooth Dos Enos freewheel from White Industries. And again, just in case I have any issues with the freewheel, I always have a fixed cog on the back, since I used to ride fixed gear a while ago. Almost forgot, flat pedals, Fixation Mesa pedals. They're plastic, but they have sealed bearings, and they work perfectly with a set of Vans skate shoes, Vans old school like I got right now. Quick crash course in the bike check. Bike is really nice, really happy with it. Get a little bit of a cyclocross action. Run up the stairs, or walk up the stairs. Forgot I have a fig bar in my pocket. Should eat it. I feel like I'm running low on energy, so we should definitely eat it. It's tricky to eat it as you're riding, but you know, you just kind of chill. And obviously I'm not going to talk to you guys as I'm eating this. Personal pet peeve of mine when people talk with food in their mouths. I do it sometimes, but I try not to. Not so windy now, although I hate saying that. I feel like I'm going to jinx it. See here, the bike lane's blocked. They sort of are today. Got stuck in my throat. Bus stop, bus stop. Just stay in the lane. We'll be turning left underneath the elevated right there, underneath the L. Alright, we're good. I was thinking of doing the Queensboro Bridge today, but I don't think I'm in the greatest shape. So we'll just, save it for another day. But yeah, happy with this bike. Wabis are an incredible value. If you don't mind rim brakes, single speed, you get yourself a pretty awesome bike for a fraction of what you'd pay for a modern day carbon road bike. Check them out, not sponsored. Just really enjoy their product. So the plan's gonna be that this is gonna be like my nice Wabi, you know, like my summertime Wabi, my long distance one. Probably gonna keep, that was hard, braking with one hand on drops. I'm probably gonna keep the sub 15s and the race tires on this one. Won't put fenders on, I'll just put a small fold out one I always carry with me in my backpack. And my other Wabi, I may take the stickers off of it, or at least one of the stickers, and leave the head badge on it. That'll be like if I'm riding and it looks like it might rain later in the day, since it has fenders on, or if I'm just going out for a short ride, since I get a better bang for my buck per mile with that bike, because it's actually harder to pedal because heavier wheels, slower tires. And also if I ever meet up with people for coffee, like on Saturdays I meet Creators NYC sometimes, if I decide to ride a bicycle and lock it up, that's going to be the Wabi that I take, since while I don't want to have any bike stolen, I'd rather have that one, especially now that I have this one. So essentially, like, they're both the same bike. One's just going to be delegated to be a nicer one, and one's going to be more of just like a commuter type, riding around, riding maybe in weather's not too great, and locking it up from time to time here and there. It's just what I like doing, and it keeps things simple because they both have the same geometry, they absorb bumps the same. It's essentially the same bike, one just has faster wheels and a slightly faster gear ratio, and one is a little bit easier to pedal, but is set up just for more rugged, little bit rugged road, still a road bike, still 28 millimeters. So that's the plan. I'm pretty happy with it. What else could I say about the Wabi Special? Beautiful color blue. That's all I got. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.